Wednesday somewhere. Every Thursday or Wednesday we do this at right around about 10 p.m. Singapore time or 11 a.m. Eastern time. And just really want to talk about the things that happens in Zoo Finance and in the broader industry, broader market. So today's theme is actually, I guess, first of all, check out our new website. We set up it's been a long time coming. Our new landing page, Zoo Finance 2.0. It's live. If you haven't yet, definitely check out the new site at zoofi.io. I would say it's actually pretty awesome. Yeah, it's the team's definitely put some work into it. A really cool graphic. Definitely matching the vibe that we're trying to create for innovation in DeFi, TradFi, RWA. Now we have the theme to match it. So something else, sort of housekeeping stuff. We're doing a Zoo Finance Christmas meme contest. Basically, it's Zootopia season. If you haven't seen it in theater, Zootopia 2, pretty good movie. Saw it myself. Pretty long though, 2 hours. So we're trying to make it fun by asking the community to make some memes. Previously, we've actually had a bunch of these meme contests, and the creativities are through the roof. This time around, just trying to make it with the, I guess, Zootopia theme. It's appreciated, mixture with Christmas. Other than that, I guess we could probably start with the regular sort of briefing. So the theme of today: who's the next big partner? Actually, I guess we can probably update by first by mentioning ZeroG. The official launch time for ZeroG LNT Liquid Node token, LNT mainnet on ZeroG mainnet. It's looking to be next Wednesday, at December 24th. So there's been a delay. The main reason is because ZeroG is trying to migrate the alignment nodes from the Arbitrum mainnet, where they did the node sell, to ZeroG mainnet. And this is looking to be complete now and officially launched on the 24th. So if you're a node holder, there's actually nothing to be done on your end for like migration. You would literally just need to be able I guess claim the same NFT with your same wallet on ZeroG mainnet, and the only thing you need to do is to redelegate. On our side, we'll launch the LNT vault. And LNT vault will be the only place where you can actually transfer the node and to get liquidity. So I guess around the same time next Wednesday, you see the announcement from both of our ends, and then be able to deposit the node. The most importantly, doing that, you can actually sell your future ZeroG reward section, phase 2 rewards. You've already claimed your phase 1 reward. Depending on how much you've claimed, you have more or less 60% of the total 850 ZeroG tokens left. That is to be vested in the longest would be 2 to 3 more years. With LNT, you get a mint ZeroG, and then you get to sell it all at once, basically. So if you wanted to get exit liquidity and just kind of on to the next investment, next project, this is the market to kind of do so. There's going to be really good liquidity, and we anticipate lots of trading. On the other hand, if you're a ZeroG holder and you're like really bullish, you are likely going to be able to purchase those vesting token, ZeroG token, at a discount. So depending on how much this initial selling is, the discount could be down to from 30% down to like 10% face value. And keep in mind, this is VZeroG's one-to-one claimable to ZeroG by the end of the vesting, which is 2 to 3 years. And then throughout the lifespan of the node, you get to claim the V0G to 0G gradually. So there's really no loss on the user side. You're essentially like this is like you're buying a node effectively, because a node you get about 600 more tokens, for example. You can just buy 600-ish more in V0G, and that represents your full value from the node. So that is to be launched, I guess, on Wednesday next week. Pretty exciting. So the trading also will happen. I guess that's something to kind of make a mark on, because trading likely would also be able to happen on BSC chain. Lots of you guys who claimed the DOG rewards, you might have also claimed it through Binance. And then the liquidity hub for that is actually on PancakeSwap. So we will likely support that at launch as well, just because there's a lot more users there. And then of course we'll also support trading on the DOG mainnet. Yeah, so that is definitely pretty cool. One of the bigger product launch that we have been anticipating for this year. Something else is also in the work, and it's towards I guess finalization. It's our product, LVT product, liquid vesting token product with Story protocol. This is actually, I think right now it's going through testing, final testing. We're just waiting for the final go ahead to launch the product. And this is actually a product that's quite similar to our main LVT product, the Filecoin LVT 540 days wallet. Similar idea compared with the Story, which also has proof of stake staking through a protocol called Burial. So Story's IP token, you liquid stake through Burial to get Burial IP called VIP. And then lots of the users, depending on your preference, you can actually lock it up for 90 days. So this creates a market where people are locked for 90 days, but if you've been following Story's sort of price action, it's actually quite intense. There's pretty big up and down swings. So those 90 days, your positions are effectively locked, not much you can do. So what this product does is actually you could unlock those 90-day worth of staked, liquid staked IP tokens, and then you're able to trade it against a market where people wanted to buy your stake token plus your yield for the 90 days. So this is previously non-existent, but I think it's actually quite a important product market fit, just because we're not talking about a market that is like really stable here, whereas the locked investing mechanism is painless. It's actually could make a huge difference 90 days, where you could start with the where everything is going your way, but then within those 90 days, lots of things can happen. And the current locking mechanism, there's really not much you could do. So this is the product where you get liquidity of the liquid vesting variable token, IP token, and then you have the AMM to access liquidity. Yeah, on the other side, you can also purchase the locked 90-day tokens, presumably at a discount as well, similar to what we're talking about. We're talking with the DOG situation, because you're buying something for the future today. So the discount is built in to price in the sort of the unpredictable nature of these assets. And depending on the market and liquidity, this could go pretty steep. However, by the end of the 90 days, or no matter how many days, by the end of the vesting, it's going to be forcefully converged one-to-one. Either it's V0G or VIP token. You get to one-to-one redeem it back to your original assets. So I would say like it's actually a pretty smart design to solve a very crypto native problem in vesting. because most projects or V-token mechanism or even like things like staking we're just talking about has this locked mechanism where you are trading off liquidity for some extra future APY. And then in DeFi, you know that sometimes in pursuit of some extra percentage point, you can actually lose most of your principal. So yeah, so that's effectively what LVT it's designed for. So we talked about zero G story, and another one is actually SEI. We are working with their main LST provider called Splashing. Splashing Say, SPL Say, it's their biggest LST, just like the story. And they have literally the same sort of problem with the locked stake tokens. And we just had a good discussion with them, and then I think it's a pretty much a no-brainer to kind of scale this product across to pretty much all the POS chains. And the rule of thumb really, it's the longer the vesting, the more painful, I guess, for the users to use this product and to solve those problems. Yeah, so those we're kind of talking about like 3 product launches. This could happen pretty fast, probably like even before Christmas. We could launch maybe 2 or 3, even 3 of these products. And as you know, after we launched the Filecoin product, the TVL has actually been boosted to about 50%, depending on the token price, 15 million to like 20 million. We think this is actually, you could expect it to see this to grow quite a bit. So yeah, so that'd be kind of cool because it's a kind of reverse confirmation of the product itself. So that's that. Basically, I guess that's sort of what the teams are hustling for recently. These 3 are all, I would say, like pretty good projects, pretty high in terms of the CMC's fully diverted value, like market cap ranking. And I think these are meaningful, definitely like meaningful integration. Some earlier alpha that I guess can kind of talk about some other product directions. It's I had a recent discussion with Legion. Legion is the pretty hot ICO platform. Legion, they did a bunch of like ICOs, token sales, and then I think the more recent one they did it with a project called Sports.fun. Football.fun is basically like an online sports gambling project. I didn't really do that much research, but then what they did is they did an ICO for it to raise $3 million and over 9 million subscribed. So they just closed it, so only 3 million is going to be counted. So they had a problem where the interest kind of lies with LVT is that if you want like the user who bought with the 3 million ICO, you get 50% of your token unlocked on day 1 of their TG. The other 50% is going to linearly vest for 6 months. So this is literally the same sort of scheme with the node cell where you bought the token package, either it's ICO or node. You don't get it fully unlocked day 1. And as you know, day 1 it's the best time for most projects, the most sort of attention and liquidity and everything else. So those 50% that are vesting for 6 months, that's the uncertainty. So basically, they wanted to see if we could build LVT for those locked vesting token. And this is not just one project. I think they've launched like 350 million worth of ICOs to date, and there's a ton of things that are being vested right now. So I guess this is a pretty fair, pretty good fit for LVT. Yeah, would love to kind of launch that with Legion, and it's kind of cool to see that ICOs are coming back, and they're not just doing sort of these on-chain ICO. A lot of it is actually with centralized exchanges like with Kraken, and it's KYC. So yeah, that's definitely a step towards something I guess more compliant, I guess, for ICOs. And if we were to launch a pilot with them, it's probably going to be the Sports Fund. And the timeline for them to TGE, which is we can only launch our token post TGE, launch our LVT vault post TGE. That'll be around mid-January. Yeah, so I'm actually quite excited about that product because there's a lot more ICOs on Legion, and this based on our experience is pretty good PMF because just like if you ever bought nodes, this is same painfulness that you're dealing with the vesting and everything else. So yeah, that's the sort of some like further directions that we could go into. On the other hand, there's also some more projects like let's say on different ecosystems on Base chain, BNB chain. There's quite a few on BNB chain that you could launch LVT for. They have tokens that are just like generally just like locked and with the foundation or with the team, and they want to be able to access liquidity. This is like a common sort of I guess what the project wanted to do for like access liquidity as well, which is that they could use LVT to create a separated market for their log tokens without actually selling their actual log tokens. So what they can do is they could maybe, let's say they put $1 million worth of their logged tokens aside based on the market price, and they use that to mint VT. They could actually manually set it up to be redeemable towards it's like a futures contract. It's redeemable towards the actual native token T in 6 months. And now, based on current market price, you can actually buy this VT at a discount. If the market price, let's say, is $10, and then they could actually be able to sell the VT at let's say $5, and then by the end of the 6 months, people who bought it at $5, they're essentially betting on if the token is going to be above or below the $5 price, or $10 price from now. Yeah, so the projects get to sell some of their tokens at for like basically for like access to capital, and then bidders, traders, they get to buy the tokens at a discount. And if you're familiar with the sort of the market making side of things, this is literally what the project foundations tend to do with market makers, by sort of OTC deals to sell their tokens for like market making, for like sometimes in different type of like lending agreements. For investors as well, sometimes the investor hold vesting tokens that are taking too much time, too long of a vesting schedule. They want to be able to sort of unload some of that commitments by selling it on secondary market. So LVT creates a standardized solution for that, and it'll be cool to sort of apply that in some live cases with some of the bigger projects on these different ecosystems. Yes, overall, definitely lots of great news, great progress. I think there's sort of been exponential growth we have been having for the past several weeks, and it's towards the end of the year, and I know the market's not super hot right now, but if you've been in this industry, these Web3 or crypto long enough, you know that these are just noises. The overall, it's unquestionable that the overall trend is trending up. It's pretty straightforward, and especially with this cycle, there's so much more institutional interest. There's a U.S. government that is fully backing crypto. So I mean, no doubt that these in maybe in the near future, we're going to be at a at an all-time high, like or at some highs that in general that we have previously didn't even imagine. So yeah, as builders, very excited, overall excited, and then trying to filter out all the negativities or just like thought from the for the market in general. Like you have to kind of just peel the like just look things at its principle at the end of the day. Yeah, good. I guess we don't have any questions today. I guess we could probably keep this short. We'll post the full recap, full recordings on YouTube probably tomorrow, and then for everybody to check. Yeah, and again, we do this every week, just trying to be accessible to you guys. And to summarize, on product integration, we have the Zero-G coming up next week. Story and Say networks, their LST to build LBT Vault 4, also in the coming weeks. And we talked about some alphas with the Legion ICO and some other project integrations. On our sort of social side of things, we're doing also we distributed the Aether Checker Node rewards, which is great. I think we distributed a little over $300 for participants. And not the biggest one. I think the biggest one is like we did like close to 10K for a campaign. I think that's fair because there seems to be less volume with Aether recently with the overall market sentiments. But that's common. That comes and goes. We've been through multiple cycles with the Aether as a project. And then on the products social side, we're also doing the Loop Finance Christmas meme contest with Utopia as our theme. So if you haven't yet, definitely participate. The reward is our NFT. We only have this one NFT, I think. So if you're interested, definitely. If you're OG, you're interested, definitely try to grab one for free if you participate with the campaign. And nothing else to say, I guess. Yeah, and then I guess on some of the trackers like TVL trackers, we've been kind of hitting top for December in terms of I think we had 9x our close to like 10,000% increase for our TVL, which is pretty awesome, I guess. Yeah, that's good. I'll probably just cut it around here, and then if you guys have any further questions, feel free to chat in the channel. It's been actually quite active lately. I can see. All right, that's it. That's it for me. And hope you guys have a great rest of your days. Bye.